What's going on? Welcome to Tech with Sean. Bandai-Namco stealth released Katamari Reroll a day early on Steam today, so we're going to be taking a look at some gameplay of that. Here we have the options screen. It's pretty basic. We have the graphic options here. I'm running it at 1440p, VSync off, highest anti-aliasing, ambient occlusion on, and yeah, we're going to jump into it. It looks like it's limited to 60 frames per second on most of the menu screens, and you can see that reflected in the afterburner numbers up on the top left. It says I'm running a 1080 for some reason. I have a 1080 Ti, full disclaimer. We're rocking a 1080 Ti and a 7700K at 4.8 gigahertz. But this thing would run on a potato, I'm pretty sure, because we get some crazy frame rates when we get into the game. As you can see here, we're getting like 400 frames per second. So yeah, you're probably gonna even be able to play this at like 4K on something like a 970 or even a 1050 Ti. It's a really well optimized game. It's like a decade-old budget PS2 game, so I don't know. It's no graphics powerhouse. But it's also one where you're probably gonna maybe be able to crank up the resolution with NVIDIA DSR, or the dynamic range sampling, whatever, where you can downsample from a higher resolution, and that's gonna make all this simple polygonal art look way crisper and cleaner. Katamari is a fun series. I really love this. I started playing these when I was in college, and I've played pretty much all of them, even the PSP games, Vita, all that. My favorite might be the PS3 one, just because it kind of had all types of different levels from the different games. But this first one was pretty fun. We really played the crap out of it at the time. It came out as like a budget PS2 game, and man, it was so weird compared to everything else at the time. It has like the funky Japanese music and stuff, and I really like a lot of those songs even today. It's a good one to turn up when you're playing it. It controls pretty well with the 360 controller, or I'm using an Xbox One controller, but I didn't like the 360 one for whatever reason. I thought that the controls felt weird because on the PlayStation you have the sticks right next to each other. And I also have a DualShock 4, so I'll probably hook that up and see how that feels. But I'm playing this right now on the Xbox One controller, and it feels great, not having any problems. One thing you may miss from later Katamari games is the jump. There is no jump button. I think there is actually some kind of jump, but you just go up so you can look around. You can't jump when you're moving the Katamari like you can in Katamari Forever. But none of the levels are designed that you need to, obviously, so it's not really that big of a deal. The colors and art and everything are great in these games. I really love how every little item you pick up pops up in the corner. They have the little detailed portraits of them. They always have the craziest stuff too. There's random Santas and giant lollipops and whatever they were thinking of that day. Okay, so now I've reached the target Katamari size for the level, and then the rest of the time I just have to build it up and make it as big as possible. And that's basically the point of the game. You can play the levels over and over just trying to get bigger Katamaris. Alright, well, thanks for tuning in and checking out the gameplay. I'm just gonna leave this here so you can enjoy the music. Give this video a like, drop us a comment, let us know if you're gonna be playing some Katamari and rolling with us, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Thanks everybody.
スなバイブレーションでアースを描き、このアースに負けないオブジェを作れ。
そろそろ出発しますよ。はーい。
臨時ニュースです。星空が突如なくなってしまいました。原因は現在調査中とのことです。